Chapter 1. The Mind That Forged Victory. Khalid ibn al-Walid and the Battle of Mu'tah. It is often said that the greatest war is the war of minds. And in the history of Islam, there emerged a man who transformed that saying into a living reality. Khalid ibn al-Walid, the sword of God, and the mind that never tasted defeat. Khalid did not fight merely with his sword. He fought with his intellect. For him, victory was built in the mind long before the battle began. Most people know him for the sharpness of his blade, but few realize that his true weapon was his brain, a mind of extraordinary agility and creativity, capable of reshaping strategies mid-battle, defying the conventional rules of war and establishing new ones. Welcome to a psychological and strategic journey into the unseen side of Khalid ibn al-Walid, a side where thought, not steel, defined the outcome of battle. Khalid's mind was a storm of rapid calculations and layered emotions, a battlefield of its own. To imagine oneself in his place, even for a moment, is to feel the weight of impossible decisions, the whirlpool of plans, risks, and instincts all converging toward one goal: victory. Khalid's genius lay in his ability to adapt. He never repeated the same method of warfare. Instead, he molded his tactics to fit the enemy, the terrain, and the situation. And it was during the Battle of Mu'tah that this adaptability first manifested, a turning point that would shape his destiny. Though the Muslims did not achieve a clear military victory that day, Mu'tah was the forge in which Khalid's leadership was tested and refined. It was his first encounter as a Muslim commander, his first step from tribal skirmishes into the realm of organized warfare, against none other than the Byzantine Empire, one of the world's greatest powers at the time. The odds were staggering. 200,000 soldiers stood on the Byzantine and Ghassanid side against a mere 3,000 Muslim fighters. Yet, in that uneven balance, faith and brilliance found their place. The battle raged fiercely. At the front line stood Zayd ibn Haritha, holding the banner with unwavering hands until he fell as a martyr. Then Ja'far ibn Abi Talib took up the flag. His right arm was cut off, then his left. So he pressed the banner to his chest until he too fell, bathed in his own blood, and the banner still did not fall. Then came Abdullah ibn Rawaha, wounded but determined, who fought until his final breath. For a moment, the fate of the Muslim army hung by a thread. If the banner fell, morale would collapse. Then Thabit ibn Arqam stepped forward, raised the banner high, and shouted, "O Muslims, choose a leader among you!" All agreed that no one was more fit than the new warrior of Islam, Khalid ibn al-Walid. From that moment, the tide began to shift. Khalid fought with unmatched ferocity. 9 swords broke in his hand that day. But when he realized the scale of the Roman force, he understood that blind courage would lead to annihilation. Instead, he chose intellect over impulse. That night, he conceived one of the most brilliant tactical maneuvers in early Islamic warfare, a psychological withdrawal disguised as a repositioning. He switched his army's positions under cover of darkness, ordered his men to raise clouds of dust, and created the illusion of fresh reinforcements arriving. By dawn, the enemy was confused and hesitant, unsure whether to attack or defend. In the morning light, Khalid executed a flawless, organized retreat that preserved the entire Muslim army, a mental victory, subtle yet immense. Far away in Medina, the Prophet Muhammad was addressing his companions when divine revelation informed him of what had transpired. He said, "Zayd took the banner and was martyred. Then Ja'far took it and was martyred. Then Abdullah ibn Rawaha took it and was martyred. Then Khalid ibn al-Walid took it, a sword from among the swords of God, and God granted him victory." From that day, Khalid became known as the drawn sword of God. To Khalid, war was never about reckless bravery or empty glory. It was about precision, about knowing when to strike, when to adapt, and when to preserve life to fight another day. He was not merely a warrior, he was a thinker in armor, a man who made intellect his most lethal weapon. The Battle of Muta transformed him. It taught him that true strength lies not in the swing of the sword, but in the mind that guides it. From that battlefield emerged not just a hero, but a master of psychological and tactical warfare, a leader who proved that in the chaos of war, the sharpest edge is the edge of the mind.